good afternoon, our viewers. This is George Ondek for one of my Slice of Life shows. Very proud today. I'm back in my old hometown of Yonkers, and today I'm covering an event called Operation Santa Claus, sponsored by ex-state Senator Nick Spano. It's a beautiful place, Dunwoody Golf Course. I remember from when I was a little boy going to Tibbetts across the street, and that was over 65 years ago. And this is a beautiful golf course just outside of downtown Yonkers. So we're looking forward to Operation Santa Claus today. This is George Ondek. I'm doing one of my Slice of Life shows. I'm from my old home city of Yonkers today, and we're on Operation Santa Claus at Dunwoody Golf Course. And I have two of the honorees here. What is your name, sir?
Ed Dingy.
Ed Dingy, and your lovely wife?
Pam Dingy.
And who is this?
And this is Jimmy.
Boy?
This is Jimmy Dingy.
Jimmy Dingy. Hi, Jimmy. Merry Christmas to you. How you doing?
Jimmy's
You
good.
enjoying yourself today?
He is.
Good. Now, why are you being honored today? I hear you're one of the honorees, you and your wife.
We're being honored for the work that we do with not so much as Operation Santa Claus, because it's done by great people, but we work with the Westchester Miracle League of Westchester, special needs baseball for children. We work with Richmond's Community Services.
So you do a lot of volunteer
We do a lot of
work.
volunteer and a lot of charity work and help on fundraisers and stuff like that. And we've been doing that for years now, in Yonkers.
So people like you should be honored then.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank
so
you.
I, George Ondek, salute
Thank you very much.
and hope you have a great day.
Thank you. We have the best reason in the world to do what we do.
And say hello. Okay, thank
you,
folks.
Is that
And this is George Ondek. I'm here with two more of the honorees for Operation Santa Claus in Yonkers. What is your name, sir?
Bill Sage.
Bill
Sage.
Sage, and this is your lovely wife?
Pat.
Pat, this is a great cause. It gives presents to needy people in Yonkers for Christmas. How long have you been involved in this?
Since 1987, I think.
1987, wow.
Yeah, Operation Santa Claus.
Yeah, Operation Santa.
We've been coming since Nick took it over.
Nick
Senator
Spano.
Spano.
Isn't he great,
He's
Nick State
wonderful.
Senator
And we
Nick
come
Spano,
every year.
that he does causes like this?
He really is. He's such a humanitarian.
He gives back to the community.
And he's very, very devoted to the people with developmental disabilities. That's been his major mission. So this is a lovely event. We come every year, but this is the most people I've ever seen here.
Wow.
It's
Because people really care for
yeah.
people who are less fortunate.
Exactly.
And Nick Spano cares.
He cares a lot.
And Mr. Sage?
Yes.
Sage?
Sage.
And you really care too, or you wouldn't have volunteered your time all these years. Is
Well,
that correct?
that's true. That's true. We've been working very hard with this. Pat and I personally have been doing it over 40 years.
Okay. All right, so I thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I'll be seeing you later
right,
when you're
very
up on
good.
the dais.
Thank you.
very
George,
much.
right?
George
Very
Ondek.
nice.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you.
I'm now very honored to have the patriarch of the Spano family here, Mr. Lenny Spano. How you doing?
I'm still here. That's all that counts.
Isn't this great that your son Nicky puts on this with other people for the benefit of the disabled, disadvantaged children of Peekskill? Of Yonkers.
This is really great. Really, really good. They have a great time.
Well, Mr. Spano, I remember you from 60 years ago when you used to deliver ice and coal to me on Clinton Street in Yonkers.
Ice and coal is right. And then when they changed from coal going to oil, I thought I was retired already. Not carrying coal
is it
anymore.
True you walked up 5 flights of stairs with a block of ice and
Oh, yeah.
it only cost $0.25 in them days?
That's right.
Do I remember a lot?
Yeah.
And you were so good to us kids. We used to chip the ice off the back of your truck, and you never said anything to
Especially
us.
in the summer. It was good, cooling.
And you had 16 fine children, I understand.
I've got 8 daughters and 8 sons.
It was 50-50.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't know this, but you're Czechoslovakian as well as, or Polish as well as Italian. Your wife, right?
My wife was, yes, Polish.
So I really salute you and Nikki and Mike, the mayor of Yonkers. You're all doing a great job, and keep up the good work.
Don't forget my 40 grandchildren and my 10 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
So that keeps me busy
I can't.
all the time.
How can I catch up to you? I have only 4 grandchildren, but I am going to be a great-grandfather in January for the first time.
Well, that's good. Congratulations.
And Mary Calvi's a wonderful person,
yes.
too. I watch her
She
on
is.
Channel 2 News all the
That's
time.
right.
Thank you, Mr. Spano.
Mary Calvi Spano.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Spano,
Right
and
on.
have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Right.
Thanks. I'm very honored now to have ex-State Senator Nick Spano. He'll always be State Senator Nick Spano, and he's one of the main sponsors of this great event today, Operation Santa Claus. And you're a person who cares. You always give back to the community. What do you got to say?
Well, it's
about
great to be with you, George, and it's great to be with a couple of hundred very generous people who for decades have come together to help people with disabilities during the holiday season. This year, this event has just exploded. We're raising more money than we've ever raised before. It's absolutely sold out, and it's just a credit to the generosity of the people of Yonkers and Westchester County. Operation Santa Claus for 5 decades have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars to make the quality of life of people with disabilities a little bit better in our community. Being able to buy some special adaptive piece of equipment to people who have some very profound disabilities, and it's so good and it's appropriate during the holiday season that we come together and give back a little something to the family members and to the people with disabilities right here in our community in the city of Yonkers. And I'm glad that everyone is here, and I'm particularly glad to see you here as well, George.
Nick, I've come down from northern Westchester to cover this fine event today. I thank you for letting us come down and cover it. It'll be seen in 40 cities in northern Westchester, plus on YouTube all over the world by hitting George Ondek and what's the name of the event again?
Operation Santa Claus?
Operation
Yes.
Santa Claus in Yonkers. Thank you again, and thank your fine family for all the good
Well,
deeds
thank you,
they
George.
do.
Thanks
And
for everything that you
especially
do.
your brother Mike, who's the mayor of Yonkers and doing a fine job. And I thank your dad, who I just interviewed. He used to deliver coal to
Oh,
me
yes.
5 stories up on Clinton Street and ice. A quarter a block.
They worked hard in those days, you know.
And he used to let us kids chip off the ice off the back of the
That's
truck
right,
so we
that's
could be
right.
cool. Thank you, Nick.
All right, George. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very honored to have the nephew of the owners of Yonkers Raceway, Empire City, and the Pittsburgh Steelers with me, John Rooney. How are you, Mr. Rooney?
Good, thank you very much.
And what do you think of Operation Santa Claus and Nick Spano, who's one of the sponsors of this, who put this great event on?
Oh, it's a great event. I brought my children here. It's great to, we're very happy to be honored as the Rooney family, and Operation Santa Claus is a wonderful thing to help children in need.
And Mr. Rooney, I know the Rooney family is one of the honorees today because of the contributions you make to the city of Yonkers, the jobs you've created, and the taxes that you give to the city because you're the major employer in this town.
Yeah, yes, thank you. Empire City and Yonkers is a great contributor to the city, and we really, it's a great relationship we have with
And you
everybody
do a
here.
lot of things for charitable causes in the city.
Yes, we do.
And my wife and I contribute to
Oh,
you because we go to
good.
your place
That's
every
great.
so often.
Thank you very
so
much.
Thank you very
Thanks
much,
for having us.
Mr. John Rooney of the Rooney family.
Thank you.
And go Pittsburgh,
All
by
right,
the way.
yeah.
Today is Operation Santa Claus in Peekskill, Yonkers. And I hear your brother Nick is one of the main sponsors of this event.
Yeah, this has always been a Nick Spano event. He took up this tradition from State Senator John Flynn. It's a nonpartisan event, so it's a one time a year where we all get together, Republicans and Democrats, conservatives, independents, working families. We're all getting together to do one thing, which is to raise some money and to make maybe Christmas just a little better for those who really need our help, which is children with disabilities.
And I hear over the years that Nick has been involved with this. Hundreds of thousands of dollars have been raised for disadvantaged children.
Yeah, it really has been. Over the years, they've raised probably hundreds of thousands of dollars for children with special needs. And what they'll do is this not-for-profit will then go forth and spend its dollars this year on let's say the Westchester School for Special Children or any other organization that has children with special needs, just to make sure, that their Christmas is just a little better than it might have been.
Mr. Spano, I thank you very much, and I know the whole Spano family contributes to charities in Yonkers. Thank you.
Thank you. How about a nice round of applause for Lisa Reyes for stepping up to run our program today. Lisa, thank you for your help. I want to especially thank News 12 for their support. News 12 and Cablevision for their support of Operation Santa Claus for years, and particularly Jeanine Rose, who has been such a great friend of ours, and to be here, especially with Tricia. Tricia, thank you. My role today is just to say thank you to everyone for your help, for your support, for your time, and most importantly, for your generosity. As Lisa said, for over 5 decades, Operation Santa Claus has been raising hundreds of thousands of dollars for people with special needs right in our community, in the city of Yonkers and county of Westchester. And this year, this event has just exploded. And for the first time, we have raised over $20,000 because of your help and support. So thank you. We have to thank our sponsors, our patrons, and we should start out, and I said it this morning to Megan. Where is Megan? Let's make sure Megan comes out, because I usually say hello to her, thank you to her. She's in the kitchen working. Every year, Social, Megan, Al Cipitelli, they donate. Everything this morning is completely donated because of their generosity. So Megan, as she walks out, I want to make sure we say thank you to her and to Al. Our DJ today, Mike Annunziato. Again, Mike, every year you're here, Mike, and we appreciate your generosity. He does this as a donation to our cause, and thank you, Mike. We want to thank Bloomer's Forest, the forest who donated the flowers today. We want to thank R.J. Pluma from Artuso, who donated the pastries and danishes today. And we want to thank Rose Press and Pat Mondesando for donating the printing. Every dollar raised here, dollar for dollar, goes out the door to organizations like Westchester School for Special Children, Richmond Children's Center, Ferncliff, and so many other well-deserving organizations right in our community. Yes, Jimmy, we're going to get to you in a minute. And so we want to make sure that we acknowledge everybody's help and support. You know, when this was first started, I was a young guy running for the assembly, and we would come to this, and it would be, the great pleasure of this is that it's a bipartisan event. That we don't care what your political persuasion is. We're here about helping people with special needs in our community. And one person who was always here was Ellie Klein. People who may remember her fondly, who helped us tremendously. We never thought we'd be able to get someone who could follow her up, but we sure do. And that's my great friend, Ann Neville. And Ann, I want to thank you for your help. For those of you who know me, sometimes I can be a little demanding, and the person that really is always there, and I was here this morning shouting out, barking out, as she says, barking out orders, but she pulls it all together. She pulled it together for me for years. She's doing it now for the mayor of our city, and that's Gail Burns. Gail, thank you. The co-chair of this event, who's a real leader. He's a leader in his own life. He's a leader in his professional life. He's a leader in our city, working for the mayor. And he's one of my favorite Democrats, and that's Tom Meyer. Tom, thank you. In a few minutes, you will meet Santa, and I want to just say thank you to Santa Claus for taking time from his busy schedule to be with us today. And we're so happy that he will add some special cheer to this today. What we're doing, we're honoring, we have 3 awards today. And the first award is going to I don't want to say just Empire Casino, it's going to a family. The Rooney family have been part of the fabric of the city of Yonkers for so many years. The Rooney family have been great neighbors to our community. The Rooney family have stayed at Yonkers Raceway when they could have cashed out years ago and sold a very valuable piece of property, but they stuck it out. They stood there with our community. They've got a commitment to our community. And last year alone, Empire City Casino has given back to organizations in Yonkers and Westchester County over $1 million in charitable organizations. And we should say thank you to Empire Casino. So the Rooney family is just not a success story for the 3 generations who are there running that casino today. It's a success story for Yonkers. It's a true family who have just come together, and I'm very glad to present the Community Service Award to Empire City Casino and to particularly to the Rooney family, and ask John Rooney to please come forward.
Thank you. This is a wonderful event. My Uncle Tim Rooney has been in this community for over 40 years, and our families really love this area and this, moving up here a long time ago, and now this is a great event to be part of and contribute to. So thank you very much.
In Westchester County, we're blessed with many not-for-profit and providers and organizations who provide services to people with special needs. And when I was in the Senate as chair of the Mental Health Committee and Developmental Disabilities Committee, I learned firsthand the role that many of these organizations play in the quality of life of people every day. I met 2 people years ago, William and Patricia Sage, who run Ferncliff Manor in Yonkers. Many people who live in the city probably wouldn't even know where Ferncliff Manor is. But the people that they have served since 1935, those families certainly know Ferncliff. Those families certainly know the Sage family. Those families certainly know the individuals who work at that facility, not making a heck of a lot of money every day, caring for people who are sometimes very difficult to care for. So when Margaret Brady Sage, back in 1935, decided to provide her mission to helping people with disabilities, it just took off. It took off, and then it's been a great tradition for this family, providing educational services, residential programs for people right here in our city, and to provide, and it's my pleasure to present the Outstanding Provider Award to Bill and Patricia Sage, and thank you for your help.
And I'd like to thank especially you, Ann and Tom, and everyone involved in the Operation Santa Claus for this very special recognition for Ferncliff Manor as the 2013 Outstanding Provider. We know that Ferncliff is a very special place, and we want to acknowledge our hardworking, enthusiastic staff who make it so special and share in this honor. And especially our children who help us to open our hearts and teach us that love and compassion are the most important things in our lives. Operation Santa Claus has been faithful to its mission to raise funds to enhance the lives of children with developmental disabilities around the holiday season for more years than we can remember. The contributions that we have received over the years have been used for materials and equipment that help them to experience some of the joys of childhood that so many take for granted. The children at Ferncliff have been benefiting from this annual effort for so many years, and on behalf of our children, we thank you so much.
Joey is going to make a special presentation to the sages.
Thank you, Mrs. Spano. I very appreciate this. It's been a great honor to present these flowers to whoever works for us, like a couple of years from now. All right. For the honors, I like to present these flowers to Patricia Sage for such a great worker.
Thank you, Joey, and congratulations to Bill and Pat. I know that we've been trying not to, we don't want to take all of your time today, but I want to make sure that we pay special attention and thank all the Yonkers organizations who have been here. We get a great deal of support from the Yonkers labor unions and our local officials who are here. I saw Assemblywoman Shelley Mayer here. Shelley, thank you for being with us, and thank you for your hard work in the Capitol. I see Councilman Wilson Terrero here. Wilson, thank you for all that you've done. I see Councilman Mike Green. Mike, thank you for all that you do in our community. I see Council President-elect Liam McLaughlin. Liam, thank you.